हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, इस वीडियो में मैं आपको एक डिक्टेशन दे रहा हूँ जनरल पैसेज की। ये मैंने लिया है 12th स्टैंडर्ड की एनसीईआरटी बुक की ज्योग्राफी बुक में से। और जो भी स्टूडेंट्स पहले प्रोग्रेसिव कर चुके हैं उनके लिए ज़्यादा सूटेबल रहेगा ये पैसेज। इसको सबसे पहले आप लिखिए, उसके बाद आप रीडिंग करिए, उसके बाद इसको ट्रांसक्राइब करिए। ट्रांसक्राइब कंप्यूटर पे करिएगा प्रेफरेबली, और प्रिंट लेने के बाद उसको चेक करिए। जो आपकी मिस्टेक्स हो उस मिस्टेक्स पर प्रैक्टिस कीजिए और फिर इसको अच्छी तरह से दोबारा लिखिए एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, ताकि आपको एक कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाए कि आप जनरल पैसेजेस भी लिख सकते हैं। तो अब मैं शुरू करता हूँ डिक्टेशन। प्लीज बी रेडी फॉर अ डिक्टेशन विच इज एन एक्सट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम द ज्योग्राफी बुक ऑफ 12th स्टैंडर्ड NCERT बुक। 5 seconds. Growth of population is the change in the number of people living in a particular area between 2 points of time. Its rate is expressed in percentage. Population growth has two components, namely natural and induced. While the natural growth is analyzed by assessing the crude birth and death rates, the induced components are explained by the volume of inward and outward movement of people in any given area. However, in the present chapter, we will only discuss the natural growth of India's population. The decadal and annual growth rates of population in India are both very high and steadily increasing over time. The annual growth rate of India's population is 1.64%. The growth rate of population in India over the last 1 century has been caused by annual birth rate and death rate and rate of migration, and thereby shows different trends. There are 4 distinct phases of growth identified within this period. The period from 1921 is referred to as a period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth of India's population, since in this period growth rate was very low, even recording a negative growth rate during 1911 to 1921. Both the birth rate and death rate were high, keeping the rate of increase low. Poor health and medical services, illiteracy of people at large, and inefficient distribution system of food and other basic necessities were largely responsible for a high birth and death rates in this period. The decades 1921 to 1951 are referred to as the period of steady population growth. An overall improvement in health and sanitation throughout the country brought down the mortality rate. At the same time, better transport and communication system improved distribution system. The crude birth rate remained high in this period, leading to higher growth rate than the previous phase. This is impressive at the backdrop of Great Economic Depression, 1920s and World War
2. The decades 1951 to 1981 are referred to as the period of population explosion in India, which was caused by a rapid fall in the mortality rate by a high fertility rate of population in the country. The average annual growth rate was as high as 2.2%. It is in this period, after the independence, that developmental activities were introduced through a centralized planning process, and economy started showing up, ensuring the improvement of living condition of people at large. Consequently, there was a high natural increase and higher growth rate. Besides, increased international migration, bringing in Tibetans, Bangladeshis, Nepalis, and even people from Pakistan contributed to the high growth rate. In the post 1981 till present, the growth rate of country's population, though remained high, has started slowing down gradually. A downward trend of crude birth rate is held responsible for such a population growth. This was in turn affected by an increase in the mean age at marriage, improved quality of life, particularly education of females in the country. The growth rate of population is, however, still high in the country, and it has been projected by World Development Report that population of India will touch 1,350 million by 2025. The analysis done so far shows the average growth rate, but the country also has wide variation in growth rates from one area to another, which is discussed below. The growth rate of population during 1991 to 201 in Indian states and union territories shows very obvious pattern. The states like Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Puducherry, and Goa show a low rate of growth not exceeding 20% over the decade. Kerala registered the lowest growth rate not only in this group of states but also in the country as a whole. A continuous belt of states from west to east in the northwest, north, and north central parts of the country has relatively high growth rate than the southern states. It is in this belt comprising Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Sikkim, Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and Jharkhand, the growth rate on the average remained 20 to 25%. During 2001 to 2011, the growth rates of almost all states and union territories have registered a lower figure compared to the previous decade, namely 1991 to 201. 2001. The percentage decadal growth rates of the 6 most populous states, namely Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh, have all fallen during 2001 to 2011 compared to 1991 to 2001, the fall being the lowest for Andhra Pradesh and highest for Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu and Puducherry have registered some increase during 2001 to 2011 over the previous decade. Stop.